Been a great week. Sorry I missed you guys last couple of days. Just had to get myself together. It was a little bit sickness and some other stuff. So glad to be back. Did notice that yesterday didn't trade much, but I did notice that I would have lost a lot yesterday if I would have traded DR. Again, we're looking at CPI, PPI, FOMC, etc. And so hope you guys were careful, and we'll talk about DR today. Today was a after the news this morning. We had a pretty much a full uptrend day, so we'll talk about it and go from there. So we had actually a pretty wide range this morning for DR, 35 points, if I'm not mistaken. And the one thing I'll say is, and I just noticed when I was setting up for the call, is that if I would have just stayed in my one DR trade for today, actually it was a 40-point day if I would have just let it play out. But we don't do that. Again, I love to scalp, so I did some scalping today, and the this is a whole thing is in pink or whatever color it looks like on your screen, because we're in the middle of or we're inside of a bearish fair value gap, right? And so, which normally means, and this is a weekly, so it's a weekly inside of a monthly, both of them bearish. So in theory, price should be going down. So I'm just keeping an eye on that, because price definitely did not go down today. All right, so 35 points. We had our normal 10 o'clock. We had a little bit of a direction change, and we came back down and went back up again. So one thing I noticed was when this happens, I can kind of tell we're going to go up for the day, because normally if we had a true down day or a true change in direction, we would actually have gone much further down, especially with this amount of range that we had. So I was kind of expecting us to go up. But again, as price sets up, or DR sets up, we come back up, we test the DR high, don't make it, come back down again, and we finally we make it right at this 11 o'clock mark. Right, we went right above it, and then came back down and did the retest. And so I left my arrows on here because I wanted to show you what I did today. Was I put my order here, my first order, right on the IDR high, which is normal process, and then we started going up. Now, what happened was I moved my stop loss up as we were going up. So once we got above 5 points, I moved my stop loss to 5 points, right? And so expecting it to go higher, right? But I came down and got stopped out at 5 points. So yeah, my bias, and I don't really use bias as much, but my inclination, we're going to keep going up. So I actually just literally put another order on right when that one closed me out. Put another order on, and then took another 5 points off of that. So that was really my 10-point trade. Just did it in two phases. But like if I would have get my initial initial orders here, if my take profit was down 5 points down here, I would have never felt any heat for the day. So I could have just left that, but that's just not how I trade during the day. I'm, again, much more of a scalper. So it's kind of a lesson learned. You look back, anything hindsight, you look back, you go, oh man, I should have just left it alone. But that wouldn't have. I couldn't have held it that long during the day. Hopefully somebody did, because that was a very easy trade for today. The other trade I took was not a DR trade. It was that one of my gut five trades. We had come down. We had right over lunchtime. We had kind of had this consolidation. Went down a little bit again, fully expecting to go back up. Once I saw the first candle close, I grabbed the second candle, took 5 points off of that. Now, also the other part was I did take other trades. I actually took two other trades. One here, because we took that fair value gap, went back into it, and then moved back up. So I took another trade here, and then same thing in this area. I took another fair value gap trade off of here and took that up. Now they're not on this chart because this is actually the September ES chart. So this is ESM. Then I swapped over to the ESU, which is the That's the September chart. This is the June chart. I'm sorry. This is the December, June. ESU is September. So this is the week that we switch, that these charts will switch over, roll over. And so right around 2 o'clock, or right 1:30 or so, once I got done with this trade, I actually just switched over because I had been working on fixing my chart up to look like this for the on the ESU chart. So, but again, those were not DR trades, so I'm not going to talk too much about those. But there were other trades here, and you just had to understand kind of what your strategy was. But I mean, overall, a really easy DR day. If you're trading DR, one trade, one retrace, and then could just let it play itself out. Easy 10 points, or relatively easy 40 points if you'd have had that much patience. All right, so let's see, anything else on here? I think that's it. We didn't have to worry about midnight. We didn't really worry about, so we had a buy side here, a weekly buy side liquidity. It got taken out, and again, another reason why I thought we were going to go up today, because normally when you have a buy side taken out, you get a retrace back down. You get like 5 or 10 points on a retrace. That didn't happen at all. It blew through it like it was just, like it was sliced butter, or slicing through a hot knife through butter, as they say. So that was another clue for me that we were going to go up most of the day. So anyway, glad to be back, feeling much better. So I appreciate everybody who was checking on me. And if you have any questions, you know what to do. Put it in the comments, and we'll get it taken care of. All right, you guys be good, and hug your family, hug your wife, hug your kids, hug your husband, give them a kiss. All right, you never know what could happen. God bless.